How's it going, folks? My name is Gabriel Briseño. I am the bar manager of Employees Only Los Angeles, and I'm here to show you how to make 2 cocktails with 3 ingredients or less during these hard times. First cocktail to make for y'all is a Tommy's Margarita. It's definitely a bit different than a normal classic margarita. It was created in 1987 at the Tommy's bar in San Francisco by a bar manager named Julio Bermejo. What he did was he took out the curacao and just used agave, lime, and tequila. What that does with just a whole agave, what it really does, it really shines on the tequila, really shows out the citrus notes, and just really highlights the cocktail in total. What I'm going to be using is a protein shaker that I have this evening for y'all folks that don't have essentially bar tools, and as well as a bit of measuring cups. I got 1 tablespoon and 1/4 cup. 1 tablespoon is equivalent to ½ an ounce, and a 1/4 cup is 2 ounces. So to make this cocktail is very simple. You'll need ½ an ounce of agave, or what I'm doing is 1 tablespoon of agave. So the agave I'm not diluting with any water. You don't need to do that. It doesn't crystallize. It's very nice and organic, basically. So now I'm going to use 1 ounce of lime juice. So what that is 2 tablespoons. 1 right there. And folks, please freshly juice your limes. Once you do that, your cocktails will be fantastic. And now I'm going to use 100% of Blue Weber agave tequila. At this moment I'm using Espolón. You could do the tablespoon if y'all have it, which will be 4 of them. But this evening I'm using, like I said, 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup of cup. So 2 ounces. Ooh, spit a little. It's all right. And now just shake that up. So I got my nice glass inside the chiller. I really enjoy packaging. That's about it. Give that a nice shake. Like I said, this evening I'm using a protein shaker. You can use deli cups or anything that you have lying around. That just allows the ice to stay in. You know. Right now, just give it a good long shake. And that should be it for now, folks. Strain it out. I'm going to just keep the cap on just slightly so the other ice particles don't fall off. And there you have it, folks. Tommy's Margarita. You can garnish it with a lime wedge or a lime whale. Fortunately, I used all my limes to juice this cocktail, so let's give it a try. This is one of my favorite margaritas. At Employees Only Los Angeles, this is the only way I serve my margaritas to my guests, and I've never been set back one ever. I guarantee you, once y'all make this, you'll really enjoy it. It'll be hard to go back. Second cocktail we'll be making this evening is a Gold Rush. Gold Rush was created in New York City at a bar called Milk and Honey in the Lower East Side. Forgive me, folks, I had a burp. It was created by the bartender named T.J. Siegel, I believe. The reason I really enjoy this cocktail because it's a play on the classic cocktail, a whiskey sour, which y'all are pretty familiar with. Whiskey sour is whiskey, lemon juice, and a bit of simple syrup. Simple syrup is 1-to-1 ratio of 1 part sugar to 1 part water. And of course the egg white. The difference between a whiskey sour and a Gold Rush is we're using honey syrup. This honey syrup, what we do is we tone it down with a bit of water. So we do 3 parts honey to 1 part water. What that does is it helps a bit of dilution. It doesn't allow the honey to crystallize in the bottom of your shaker or tin. And what we're going to do this evening is we're going to do standard sour stats. Those standard sour stats is 2 parts of spirit, which would be 2 ounces of your choice of spirit, to ½ part of citrus and ½ part of sugar. In the jigger, we use 2 ounces of whiskey or spirit, 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, and 3/4 ounce of honey syrup. So right there I did the 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, 3/4 ounces of honey syrup, then about 2 ounces of Kentucky whiskey, or just bourbon in general. I'm using this evening Buffalo Trace. I really love Buffalo Trace in this cocktail. It gives off really nice bright vanilla notes as well as a bit of oak flavors. Really tasty, and I really think it really works well with the honey syrup. So we're going to do this now. Get a nice glass out of the freezer. Nice and cold, folks. Get your cocktails nice and cold. And add a bit of ice. I really enjoy this cocktail. Reason for that is it's a play, of course, like I mentioned, on a classic. But believe it or not, if you change the whiskey with gin, you make yourself another cocktail, which is known as the bar industry as a bee's knees. And it's just really unique on just the difference of switching out a sugar as well as a spirit and creating a whole new cocktail. Give it a nice hard shake. There you have it. Honey has always been one of my favorite sugars to use. Reason for that is it was found in the monks' temples, in the pharaohs' temples. So you really don't need to refrigerate it. You can just use it with anything. There you have it. Now I have enough lemon so I can garnish this one. I can get it in this dang glass. And there you have it, folks. A Gold Rush. 3 simple ingredients. Really wonderful, really wonderful, folks. Very simple. If you don't have it, you always play with other stuff. Like I said, folks, if you don't have whiskey but you have honey, you can replace it with gin. You got yourself a bee's knees. If you don't have gin or whiskey, use rum. That's called a honeysuckle. Just use rum. Same concept. And right here you have your classic Tommy's margarita. And you can just play with the ratios if you like. That's the standard way. We do 2 ounces of tequila, 1 ounce of lime juice, fresh lime juice, half an ounce of agave. The Gold Rush is our sour stats, how we make our normal sours at Employees Only. Like I said, 2 ounces of spirit, 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup, 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. And there you have it, folks. I hope this out. Very, very simple cocktails that you can make with 3 ingredients or less at your home. Stay safe, folks.